pink pineapple sunrise that I got from Bath and Body Works, and also my sleeping pills for when I do my next sleep study, so that I can sleep through the night. Hi everybody. Today I'm talking about The Language of Flowers by Vanessa Diffenbaugh. I don't know how to say her last name. Diffenbaugh, I think it is, or Diffenbaugh. But the things I got to say about this book, which I finished, is I really didn't like it much. The main character is Victoria, and she's like very victimized in this book. She plays the victim quite frequently. She comes from many foster homes, and she's able to go to be with this one woman. Not really sure what her name is. I can't remember. Elizabeth, I believe. And the woman who takes her in, Elizabeth, is trying very hard to have her as a daughter, calls her daughter, but she winds up doing some nasty things and winds up back up in foster care. And she falls in love with I mean, you really can't tell if she's in love with this guy or not by the way she talks, who is Elizabeth's nephew. And they wind up getting pregnant, and she winds up giving him the baby. And the only thing I liked about this book was about the flowers, really, and the meanings of the flowers and that. Other than that, I would not recommend this book unless you want to go through a lot of um, stuff about victimization. There we go. So, yeah, I'm going to be donating this book. The book I'm reading now is by Emily Henry, and it's Book Lovers. This is a very good book. I like the way they talk to each other and how she's helping out her sister, and I really like the storyline so far. So I'll read the synopsis. Nora Stevens life is books. She's read them all, though it doesn't say much about books in here so far. And she is not that type of heroine. Not the plucky one, not the laid-back dream girl, and especially not the sweetheart. In fact, the only people Nora is a heroine for are her clients, for whom she lands enormous deals as a cutthroat literary agent, and her beloved little sister Libby. Which is why she agrees to go to Sunshine Falls, North Carolina, for the month of August, when Libby begs her for a sister's trip away, with visions of a small town transformation for Nora, who she's convinced needs to become the heroine of her own story. But instead of picnics in meadows or run-ins with a handsome country doctor or bulging four-armed bartender, Nora keeps bumping into Charlie Lestrade, a bookish, brooding editor from back in the city. They're from New York City. It would be a meet cute if not for the fact that they've met many times and it's never been cute. They've met once in the past. So many times, I don't know. They met they met again in the Sunshine Falls, and are more or less snippy with each other. She does not like him, but she's finding him very handsome, so we know how the story goes. So yeah, if Nora knows she's not an ideal heroine, Charlie knows he's not nobody's hero. But as they are thrown together again and again in a series of coincidences no editor worth their salt would allow, What they discover might just unravel the carefully crafted stories they've written about themselves. And it is a pretty funny story. There's a lot of humor in it. So I would recommend reading this book this far into it. So I'm almost halfway, or a third. I would say I'm a third into it. So yeah, this sounds like a real good book. And I recommend it to everybody. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next clip. Hi guys, just a little update. Last week I had a phlebotomy appointment and it didn't happen. I mean, it happened, but it didn't happen. They poked me about 4 or 5 times in both my arms with various sizes of needles. They did get some blood, but then the needle would clot up, even though they had better luck finding my veins and getting blood from me when my blood was thicker. But apparently something's happening again to where my blood is clotting up. So they only got a little bit of blood and they weren't able to use any of it. Excuse me. So that's an update on my phlebotomy. So they had to reschedule me, and that's coming up Tuesday the 11th. Tomorrow is my birthday, March 10th. So I turned 58. Yippee. um, yeah, that's about all I had to say. Not much else is happening. I'll have labs again in a couple of weeks, or actually a week, I believe, and another phlebotomy on the 31st. So wish me luck that they'll find a usable vein that will give blood. Otherwise, I'm going to have to keep rescheduling and keep doing my phlebotomies and trying to get some blood out of me so they can put liquids back in. Yeah, so that's the update. Thanks, guys. Hi, guys. Yes, I'm in the same clothes. It's a few days later. I haven't gone to the laundromat. We're doing that today. um, so I've been wearing the same clothes for a couple of days. Let me see. I had a phlebotomy done, and they did hit a vein on the first try, but my blood was so thick it kept clogging up the hose, the tube that connects to the bag where my blood would go. So they had to flush it at least 5 times. And finally it happened that I was able to give the 500, whatever milliliters, milligrams, I don't know what the heck it is. Just I know it's 500. We still have not seen the house. It's been promised to us that we would go, but yet again, something must have came up that we couldn't go to see this house. And we're kind of getting frustrated. My mom put money down on this house, and we're beginning to think it's rental fraud. So we'll see where that leads us in the future. And I finished Book Lovers by Emily Henry, and it's a pretty good book. I'm going to keep this one for my library. I like the banter between the characters, and the way the book goes is let's see, Nora goes on a vacation with her sister Libby to this town that was in a romance story. And they do a sister vacation there. She runs into Charlie, who she had briefly met in the past, and they didn't get along. So she starts visiting with Charlie at the town that he had disliked, apparently. Said that the author of the book where this town was, Sunshine Falls, didn't know what she was talking about in her book. She'd never been there, which she finds out that, yeah, the author had never been there. Um, but it's a pretty good book. I do like the banter between the characters and how the plot goes. So, yeah, in the end, you think they're not going to be together, but of course they wind up together. So, yeah, this is a really good book. So, don't have much more to say about that. Right now, I'm reading The Help by Catherine Stockett. And I know this is an older book and that, but I had it in my TBR, so I'm going to be reading this. I'll read the synopsis. Abilene is a black maid in 1962 Jackson, Mississippi, raising her 17th white child. She's always taken orders quietly, but lately it leaves her with a bitterness she can no longer bite back. Her friend Minnie has certainly never held her tongue or held on to a job for very long, but now she's working for a newcomer with secrets that leave her speechless. And white socialite Skeeter has just returned from college with ambition and a degree, but to her mother's lament, no husband. Normally, Skeeter would find solace in Constantine, the beloved maid who raised her, but Constantine has inexplicably disappeared. Together, these seemingly different women join to work on a project that could forever alter their destinies and the life of a small town. To write in secret a tell-all book about what it's really like to work as a black maid in the white homes of the South. Despite the terrible risks they will have to take, and the sometimes humorous boundaries they will have to cross, these three women unite with one intention: hope for a better day. It's supposed to be a pretty good book. My sister read it. She really liked it. I think I might have read part of it in the past, way, way in the past. Or I might have read the whole book, but I'm refreshing my mind in this one. So that's what I'm doing now, is reading that. So, sorry I'm saying so often. Yeah, in about 2 weeks, on the 31st of March, I have another phlebotomy to happen. Hopefully that'll go better than it has in the past. They told me to drink 42 ounces the day before, water, and to drink 42 ounces the day of the phlebotomy. So maybe that'll help out. I do drink a lot of water. I drink water all day. Um, like 3 or 4 bottles of 16-ounce water. So I don't understand why my blood is thickening up after the hematologist said it was the red blood cells were coming down. My sister and I are going Saturday to redo our nails for St. Patrick's Day. So these were for Valentine's Day, and they're starting to grow out. So I need to get them filled in and cut down because they're getting pretty long. I can't pick things up with them. So I think a smaller, short nail would be best for me. Um, Other than that, the house is still not being seen. I told my mom she shouldn't have gave them the man any money without seeing the property or the contract. And it's supposedly the contract and the keys to the house are with this man's lawyer. Why, I'm not sure. Um, he acts like he needs the lawyer with for us to sign the paper. I don't know where it's going. As far as I'm concerned, to me, it's starting to sound like rental fraud because we've been going through this for months. They would say, see the house, you can see the house now. Oh no, you can't. Yes you can. No you can't. Yes you can. No you can't. So it's starting to get extremely frustrating, and even more so that my mom gave them money for for this that we haven't seen. Yeah, so today I'm going to be doing laundry, and we'll see what else happens during the rest of the week. And thanks, guys, for watching this portion. This video will come up pretty soon. Thank you. I have a little update on the house. My sister Amy has called the man who was going to rent the house to us and said that if he doesn't show us the house by the 21st of March, he's to return the money back to them that was given to him. Now, the man, this morning, me and my mom were in the same room with him, and he did not say one word to either of us about anything, yay or nay. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see if he actually will pay my mom back or actually show us the house so that we can get into it. Yeah, it's just been a big runaround. Anyway, that's the update I have. Thanks for everything, guys.